What's up, y'all? Welcome back to Captain of Industry. In our last episode, where I ended, I left a reminder over here for myself to start with oil refining. I went ahead off camera and put together this little oil refinery. Now, I haven't built any of it yet because I wanted to do that with all of you guys. But basically what we have here is the things we just unlocked, which is distillation stage 1, which takes crude oil, a little bit of steam to make medium oil, heavy oil, and sour water. And then that goes straight into distillation stage 2, which takes the 48 medium oil that comes out of there, and then a little bit of steam as well to make diesel and light oil. Currently, we don't have a use for the heavy oil and the light oil, so they have pipes here that come to these flares, which once we get this all fired up, you'll see we'll just burn off all of our stuff, which is a huge waste, but unfortunately we have no way of using it at the moment. And then of course it produces diesel as well, which will come to these stores, and then we'll move our fuel station over here, I think, or we can just have a second one. Doesn't really matter. They only take a little bit of construction parts. Another thing I did is we will, once we have this active, take our line straight from our cargo ship here into these stores, which will allow the cargo ship to just continue making runs, so we have all of this stored up, and then it'll go from there into a pipe 2, which we just unlocked from our research tree while I was letting this run for a bit, which can now handle 200, which is great because both of these will take 60 crude oil. So it comes to here, and then at this point it can split to take 60 that way, 60 that way. I'm planning on just using 2 at first. I had planned out the other 2, and it looks nice and symmetrical. But yeah, we'll just leave these paused or ghosted for now. And then the other thing we unlocked is our boiler, which makes us our steam. We make 48, and then each of these pairs will only use 9, so that's 36 there. We have enough that we could have another pairing if we wanted to. That produces exhaust. It needs coal, so we have that there. And then we have a water line, which this uses as well, just running from our main water line over here. So I think that's everything, except for this also makes these first stage ones make sour water, which for now we just have piped to go down to our liquid dump here. So yeah, I'm excited to get that unpaused, which we will do momentarily. I've also been keeping an eye on our dumping progress here, which now is looking great. I'd say we're well at the halfway point. Just about at the halfway point, which is great. We still have a few trees to be dealt with. We have wood in store, so not an emergency concern, but we definitely want to get that taken care of. But yeah, besides that, everything else looks good. A couple other things came through research while I was letting this play. That is storage 2, power generation, pipes 2, which I explained already, advanced diesel we have set up, our cargo depot we have set up. So power generation, I didn't mean to delete, will be the next thing that we look at. And then storage 2 is something that we can take a look at. So they take up the same space as the storage 1s, I think, or they're the same size. So we could directly upgrade any of these we want for 30 construction parts 2. And I believe they provide quite a bit more storage. So the 2s, oh, it is doubled. Okay, stores up to 400 units rather than 200. Okay, so yeah, it's just doubled. I think once we get to the unit 3s, that's when it gets really, really big. I think, if I'm not wrong, it goes up to like 2,500, but it takes up like the square space of like 4 of them or something like that. So quite an upgrade there. Let's get this stuff started. So, like I said, we're just going to want to do 2 of these for now. So we want these flares, that little pipe I would have probably missed. This pipe. Tried to make my piping all nice and Nice and neat. Just making sure everything's pointing in the correct direction. Yeah, and that's our oil. Okay, that should be everything we need to get started. I lied. All of this stuff is very important as well. And oh, I think that little piece, yeah, okay. That should be everything we need to get started. Wow, and we just had everything we needed. Oh, this just took construction parts too, okay. Great, great, great. At this point now, we will also cut you off. Just there for now. The other thing I was thinking is we might have to raise this up off the floor or put a ramp in here in case trucks have to deliver crude oil here. I don't know if we ever will get to the point where that's a necessity, but it's something I've considered at the least. So now this should have oil flowing through it, and then momentarily this will have oil flowing through it as well. Once it makes, it's kind of a waste for now that it has to go through all of these little stores to get in through here, but they have the same throughput. Or actually, these are, pardon me, 400 throughput rather than 60. So it just slows it down a little bit, but that's not a big deal. And we are now using too much power. Let's unpause that and see if that gives us just barely enough, which is good that we're going to look into power generation next. Okay. So that took quite a hit on our construction parts too, but I think, is all of this stuff almost working? That's still empty. Ah, because I never connected this pipe. I never connected them on the end, so it was just filling up this one. But it filled it up rather quick, which is good to see. We now have it flowing through here and into these, which are also waiting for steam because... Nope, you're producing steam. Okay. Waiting for products. Where's our steam pipe? Yeah, you are, because I never connected that steam pipe. Or, nope, that's an output. Where's our... No, yeah, it's connected there. Don't know why you are not... Is that facing the wrong way? It was. That little piece was just facing the wrong way. Okay. So now you're working. You are waiting for steam. It's the same issue that we have. A little piece facing the wrong way. Yeah. Just these two little pieces. Okay. Not too bad, not too bad. Okay, you're both flowing. Both producing diesel. And we see our flares going there, which they make quite a bit of pollution. But currently not a huge issue. We are also pretty far away from our settlements, so take a look at that in a second. I just want to make sure this is all working, which you are. We'll assign a truck to you, and now we can... we have our rubber maker over here, that's right. I want to make it so that these are not working full time. How would I go about doing that? I want to keep them as a backup, since we have access to that resource. But I think I want to just delete this pipe all the way up to here. Delete that for the time being. Yeah, we're gonna kind of reorganize some of this. We'll go down to 1 here because it can only support 1. Because these produce 60 and this uses 60. And then I guess as long as that diesel store is full, these will not operate. But I will just pause them all, because I don't want to use up... We used about 50% of this oil reserve. We'll save the other 50% as an emergency backup. You can now tell these to keep that full, about 60, because that needs... Yeah. That's alright. Okay. So that'll drain the rest of that into there. Okay. The rest of that we can keep there. We can keep the rubber maker there for now as well. It's totally fine. One thing to consider though is you produce 15 and 4. Okay, that's plenty for that pipe to handle. Yeah, okay. We should be processing all of our stuff fast enough. Now what are we waiting for? Output is full of light oil. Why? Because of you. Awesome. So now these all should be going again as well. Settlement full of trash. That's no good. Our waste is full. Huh. I guess our trucks are not picking them up quick enough. Or you're full. Because you can't output rock or copper. Where are you getting copper from? Okay. That'll fix that. Settlement full of trash is a very bad thing. But fortunately we did just unlock. Is it the flare? No, I believe it's the burner, which I think we have set to research next. Can burn waste for quite a bit of pollution, however. 9. Is it just that our trucks aren't coming here fast enough? Considering that's a red warning, I think that's no available place. Why do you have no place available to dump products? You can't. What in the world are you all doing? Oh my gosh. Okay, I guess you need some more places to dump. I did not think that they were going to be able to go up the side of the mountain like that. Holy smokes. Let's give them some more places to dump for now until our excavators catch up. The other thing I did is I added another excavator onto our little mountain project here. Yeah, not sure how you guys got yourselves stuck there. I'd assume it's probably like they were dumping something and stuff flowed down. Actually, that's exactly what happened. Because we can see where that all... So we just avalanched them. Is what we did. Yeah, okay. So let's no longer do all this then. So that just got a little bit too steep was the problem. So that's fine. We'll just work out a little bit more and we'll keep that in mind. We don't want our excavators doing quite so much digging into all this loose stuff now, because that'll just keep repeating that process of avalanching them. Okay. So that's why we were not gathering the trash, I'd imagine. So hopefully we get somebody to come pick up some trash here soon. Slightly increase the priority of that. Are you coming to pick up trash? Nope. Anybody? Well, and that is drastically hurting our citizens' health. I wanted to see if somebody will come pick it up. There we go. Immediately full again. I guess, could we add a second one of these? For now, it doesn't cost a lot. Just to keep our health from dropping like that again. Now you are also completely full. How much trash? Does it say how much these output in waste? Not really. I guess we can look at... where would this be? Population overview? No. If we go to this and track our waste. There we go. So we produce about 20. So yeah, that shouldn't be... Yeah, okay. It was just backed up. It was all backed up. We have -1 workers because we just did all of this stuff. Now you have no fuel. That's fine. That's fine. Don't really care about that. Except you're also out of fuel, and that's because we don't have enough workers. Let's get some more refugees coming in. For right now, I'm going to do not that because the train's too high. I'm going to upgrade one of you. Give us some more housing. If there's something that I can disable for now, I'll pause you. That should give us some more workers. Get this running again. And I think this all just stopped because of that. Holy smokes, where did all of our diesel go? We are completely out of diesel. Do we just not have enough oil? No. This is all working. That's full. Full of sour water. It's fine. It's fine. Not enough space for output. Are you getting rid of... Why are we not getting rid of our sour water? Is this pipe all the way backed up? Waiting for products. Oh my goodness, because you're set to wastewater and not sour water. So we actually cannot use the same pipe for this. Yeah. Okay, so that should make this... Does it automatically convert that? It doesn't. Maybe if we reconnect it, here it will. Let's see. Sour water. Maybe if we disconnect it at both ends. Yeah, okay, there's that. Okay. And then let's build you again. Unity that. And then we want a pipe 2 actually. There, and unity that. That was almost very bad. Sour water, there we go. Okay, alright. We should now again be manufacturing diesel. Glad we caught that, which our diesel actually now is at 0, but this should remedy that. Which now means we have no way to dump this stuff. If I can, I can't squeeze another one in here. And the train here, I don't think will allow me, to do that. So we have to, maybe for now. I'd love if we could put one here, but that's just never gonna happen. Unless the train here. Yeah, the train here is also just not favorable. Unless, yeah, collision with terrain. Okay, well, our diesel is now going again. Which is good. I want to say trucks don't import or export from there. Okay. Yes, we have plenty of oil coming in. What is still our issue? No fuel, no fuel, no fuel. You're full again. I think that is, those just got backed up because this whole mess over here, stuff wasn't dumping because they had no place to dump because of that whole avalanche situation. Alright, automate crude oil import we did, and that we did. Coal power plant. Right. So what we're going to want to look at next is power generation 2. I'll just get rid of that. We unlocked the next smokestack. Sweet. So power generation. Okay, so we have the boilers, which will make steam. Diesel generators, which is the ones we're currently using. Power generators, flywheels, high pressure turbines. Right, okay, so these take steam, which, I don't think we have any excess steam. How much did I say these? That's 48, 9, 18. So right now we have 30, but once we have these, we will no longer have excess. This should be full of water. Coal, it looks like we're doing alright on. So, where are we going to want to set up our energy stuff? Maybe here? We have access to our water line. Why did you go? Why did that do that? Whatever. I don't want to break that line because we need the diesel, so that's whatever. Energy, 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 energy. We said we want to maybe think about farms here. Yeah, why don't we just... New refugees, great, that helps our worker situation. You take 24 and you make 48. So with one boiler, we can power, rather, 2 of you. And I think the way these work is you just link them together like that, where this mechanical power symbol is. Burner we just unlocked. Good, that's good. Add a fuel. Oh, yeah, because that's this one. If we pause that, that goes away. Awesome. Okay, those are full, whatever. Okay. So that powers 2 of those. Steam will go in, and then off of those, this would make 6, 12. These do 3 each, so we do 1, 2, 3, 4 of you, and then that makes our electricity. And what does this do? Can store 500 megawatts seconds of energy. Gradually loses energy only when all other entities in the same shaft are idle. So I think what this does is gives us a little overhead. So I don't know if it's like a 1-to-1. It said 500 milliwatt seconds, and that makes 2 megawatts. So I'm not quite sure. I think maybe we would just start with 4 of these as well. How expensive are these to build? Just parts 2 in electronics, parts 2. Yeah, okay. All this stuff just takes parts 2, which we are full on, so I think that's a good idea to make our first storage 2. I think, yeah, it just makes it a bit taller. Cool. So that'll get these going again. How are we looking with all of our... Yeah, electronics are full. We can go ahead and unpause this one, because we have plenty of mechanical parts for our maintenance. Yeah. I suppose I shouldn't have put that so close, because when we do unlock the next vehicle depot, we'll have to use the inputs there. But I think that comes, yeah, back here with our large vehicles. We've got a little bit of time, and then we can move these as we have to. Yeah. Makes 12, takes 6, takes 6, yeah. Okay, so it looks like we can just do this right off the rip. Then you exhaust 60, so you need a... Where are you? Smokestack, a small one, please. And you take in coal and water. Storage, loose storage 1. belt built. And since this is going to be for our energy, we're going to want to keep this import level at like, let's say 7. I made the one over here, which is coal as well, an 8. Because I think diesel and energy are all but equally important. Energy just being slightly more so. So that'll stay full of coal. Then we need water. Made that a little bit cramped. I'll back that off. Just another tile. And then you're going to output steam. And I think that's the only thing we have to worry about. Then we have this, which is low steam. Which I think once we get more refugees, great. Once we're at the point where we have the next level of power generation, I think those use low pressure, so we'll take those and like it'll just give us more power production. But for now, I think the smokestack can do low steam. Yeah, it can handle 60 and you both do 24s. So one of those is good enough. That's a what's it called? Pipe 2. Only need a pipe 1. No need in wasting resources on that. We can move you a little bit closer. Yeah, say like that. Let's put a connector there. And you go. That's not right. Didn't realize that was up higher. Like that. Cool. Before we solidify that, let's move you a little bit further into the corner, maybe. Although we do want to leave some space to expand you. No, there's fine, I guess. I'm going to unpause all of that. Then once we get that built, our trucks are actually pretty busy at the moment. Could we unity all of this? We can. And we will, although I don't think we're going to have enough workers for that. Let's go ahead and unpause this again. Let's upgrade this last settlement. Don't have quite enough construction parts. Got a reward for that. All goals have been completed. Oh, okay. I guess that means we're on our own then. We never hooked up water to this as well. How much do you take? 48. Okay, yeah. So. And Unity U as well. I'm assuming this will take more than 20 workers. Although maybe not. Those only take 2, and that takes 4. So we might be fine. And look at that. We now have more energy capacity. Missing input products. Are you? You're just waiting for steam, is that what it is? Yeah, there we go. Okay, so once this gets running full speed, yeah, we can see those starting to work. We can keep an eye on these to see how much they're actually being efficient and how much they aren't. It's working. Sweet. That means now we can perhaps keep these as a backup. We can pause probably almost all of these. And this fluid storage, whatever, they'll fill that back up. Our diesel is doing just fine. Oil coming in. Our oil's getting, well, it's probably about the same level. You don't have any fuel. That's okay. We have enough oil for the time being. Okay. Struggling to find a destination you can reach. Have we landslided again? No, I think you're okay. Yes, a little hiccup in the plans there on that. Hopefully we get across here soon. It's looking good though. You're still blocked because yeah, there's just a lot of rock in there. Okay. We're currently losing unity. That looks to be because we have a disease. Okay. So once we get medical supplies, that'll help with that. I think having the better housing helps with health as well. Yeah, because our health is still positive, even though we have a cold going on. So that's alright. We have plenty of houses still, so we'll bring in some more refugees. How are our resources looking? Copper is about full. Iron is full. That's good. Wood is still pretty full, although we're using some now because we're manufacturing our parts, which means these are going to be cutting down trees again. We're trying to get you some more. Trying to get you some more. We're getting there. We're getting there. Okay, now that our goals are completed, I guess that's it. We're kind of just on our own for the time moving forward. Maintenance Depot 2, burner, basic desalination. I'm not sure exactly what we need that for quite yet. The burner we said we can use for waste, which that's now empty. Awesome. Maintenance Depot 2. Is that going to be worth looking into? Can we upgrade this? And what do you do? You take twice the power, twice the workers, twice the input, and twice the... a little bit more than twice the output. How many mechanical parts are we in here? 48. You take 12, 24, 36, 44. So I guess there's no real benefit to us doing that unless we wanted to upgrade one of them and pause the other. That would give us a little bit more benefit, which might be worth it. We're gonna have to see. We should still be good on all of our belts. If this belt starts to lag, we can... Oh no, we don't have belts 2 yet, I don't think. Just the pipes. Yeah, conveyor belts 2 is quite a way away. Okay, we're looking good on this stuff. Food market 2 we're gonna want. We're working on steel. Settlement power. Gas combustion will give us a way to use up our oil to make steam. That'd be good. Yeah. Not sure biofuel. Oh, we can use excess crops to make stuff. Could be worth looking into. And I'll just start up all of the stuff. Those are both going. This seems to be going good. Let's keep an eye on our maintenance, see how we're keeping up. I guess for the time we can keep them both unpaused. We did just add a lot of buildings which require maintenance, so wouldn't be surprised if we need a little bit more. No fuel. Alright, yep. Let's add a second truck onto here. Help keep our stuff refueled. You're just waiting. Alright, you don't need 2 trucks anymore. Let's see how many trucks we have just sitting around here too. What is this? Are we not making power? Because you're waiting for coal. Yeah, we're gonna need coal. Like now, please. Because stuff's gonna start shutting down if we have no power. Thank you very much. How's our coal looking generally? Not good. In the slightest. What's going on with our coal? Is that just because this is still... Suppose we could do with another excavator there. Okay, let's take one of you. And your trucks and go up here. And then, yeah, you and you. Mining priority is going to be coal. Just like yours is. Yeah. Okay. We have no power, so we're going to have to turn these back on. Just for now. Until we get our coal in a better spot. Where are you at with your mining? Yeah, still plenty to work through. Might as well add all of this over here as well. Our leveler, how are we doing? Great. Picking up lots of rock and dirt. That's going over to our dumping project over there. How are you doing truck-wise? Looks like you could use some more trucks. I've given you 6 already. If we go 7, does that... See if that works any better. This is looking really, really good. It's looking really, really good. Okay. Let's send our ship out. I keep forgetting that we have to do that still. And ship weapons we actually just unlocked, which... once he comes back, we can look into doing. I suppose we'll want to try to tell them to keep this empty. If we're going to be exploring stuff, we're going to want to keep that empty as much as possible. So we can keep our loot in there. Ship designer, yeah, okay. So what do we want here? Front guns and rear guns. 360 iron, 80 mechanical parts. We currently have 0 iron, which isn't great. What's going on? What's the deal with that? Waiting. You're just waiting for coal. Ruh-roh. How do we just have no coal? Do we need a 3rd excavator up here? 'Cause I'll do it if I have to. Some more trucks maybe? Because without coal we are screwed. Let's see if we can maybe trade for some. How many parts do we have? Not enough unity. Oh man. What's going on here? Water pollution now has skyrocketed. Is that because of our little... yeah, liquid dump probably. Not enough unity. That's no good. What did... water pollution really just made that skyrocket? What are some things we could do to increase unity then? Water, food. Have we done the power yet? Where was that? Not the food market. There was something about settlement power. Settlement water. Where was settlement power? Oh, here. Yes, we do have it queued. Okay. But we're currently not going to be researching anything. So what else can we do to increase our unity? We could turn the beacon off. Might as well do that. And that at least gets us positive, barely. You could turn an edict off, which we don't really want to do. The oil rig. Research labs. We could disable one of our research labs. That at least gets us positive unity. Just fine. Not enough maintenance. That's a problem. And that's because we're not making these because we don't have iron, because we don't have coal. Let's turn these back on. Let's gonna start using up our wood, and we're spiraling. This is awesome. You are all working full-time as fast as you can. Pretty much. We have plenty of trucks, it seems. This has coal to export. Yeah. Your refugees have brought me some goodies. Okay. No coal there. No coal really there either. We're gonna run out of wood quick here if we don't. Yeah. Don't want to trade diesel. What was the other one we could do? Construction parts. Let's do that to at least give us some coal down here in our trading dock as well. Tell them to keep that empty as much as possible. See input products. Okay, we're gonna pause that. We don't want any of our mechanical parts going to you. You're full anyways, so that doesn't really matter. We want all our mechanical parts to go into our maintenance depots. Yeah, because if stuff starts breaking, that's not going to be a fun time. Okay, we still have oil in all of these. You guys are just waiting, you're working. Just waiting for the burners to go, and then... Yeah, so we're doing alright on diesel. Doing alright. Not enough maintenance still. Coal is being used up as soon as it comes in. This one should be... That's full. They're trying their best to keep this one full as well, because if we don't keep that one full, that doesn't run, and that doesn't make us diesel. So that one has to be a high priority. And then what was this one? We also made a high priority. Yeah. For now, let's just say to keep that at 120. Because if all of our truckloads of coal are going to go there, none of this is ever going to get done. Well, you have some coal now. Okay. More coal, more coal, more coal. You're all prioritizing? You are not. You would all please prioritize coal. That would be great. It's coming along. Don't want to make more coal burners because, or coal makers, because then we'd use up all of our wood, which is already running out. Yeah. Yeah. Okay, maintenance is on the uptick now, kind of. Coal, we're getting some of. Yeah. Okay. So where do we want to go moving forward? We were going to upgrade you, right? Which takes a lot of iron and mechanical parts, which I don't know if we can really spare right now. I don't know how soon we're going to need you to be upgraded. We haven't encountered anything that needs fought yet, but I imagine we soon will. Oh, let's turn that off. I didn't even know that was still on. Disables natural population growth. Which if our housing gets much lower, we're going to have to think about. But, yeah. So I guess we're going to have to start planning some more housing. So we'll do, obviously, one there once we fix that terrain. And then boom, boom, boom. So we're going to have to start thinking about moving our farms. Which was the whole reason I leveled off this here. So if we take one of you, Some ground is not farmable. Is that because there's a rock there? Oh, jeez. Okay. In that case, perhaps we'll want to start it. Let's just do that. If it's just like a large portion of it, okay. So like that doesn't like. But this, that probably wouldn't like it either. So nowhere that we dump is going to let us farm. That's good information. That's really good. So if we do like, we want to, oh, we're entering combat and we have no guns. So yeah, please run away. All right. Funny that I just said that. We are at the point now where we need weapons on our boat. Okay, yeah, iron's coming in. Just kind of waiting. Our iron still has, yeah, we're still storing up some iron. Okay. Alright, let's see where our inputs and outputs come from. That's not farmable, blah, 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 blah. So if we want to have something like, I don't know, wait. There. Something like that. And we'll want at least, what, like, what is that, 4 tiles? 1, 2, 3, 4 in between, because these take fertilizer and water, and then we'll want space to have belts coming out with whatever we end up growing. So we'll want them spaced out something like that, and then if we copy you, we can kind of set them up in rows like this. Those trees are in the way right now. It's whatever. Or do we do this? I suppose either way we do it isn't really gonna matter. I think the belts are more difficult to work with, so we'd want to have those nearer to each other. Something is in the way. If we do you like what's that, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, should be plenty of enough space to get some belts in and around here, I'd think. So we could do, yeah, I think that would be fine. That also 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That's okay. It's okay. If these are just water lines, we can move them a little bit closer this way. What's that? 1, 2, 3 by 5. Yeah, that looks alright. Obviously, we're going to want to move that so it's not encroaching on our iron. I just wanted to put those there for now, so we know how big this is going to be. That's not going to work. So we did something like that. That's close enough that we can pipe water over. And then our food is going to have to come down this way to get to our settlement. Yeah. That should be alright. Or do we just say, move these over a little bit, and then we can have 4. Although that would kind of cut off our trucks from being able to go in and around here. Yeah, that's not a good idea. This iron deposit wasn't quite so large, that would be nice. Or if it was just like further this way, I think that would be preferable. So we could keep our settlement and our farms like kind of closer to each other. But that's not the case. And that's okay. That's how she goes. So yeah, this is kind of our only like farmable space right now because it's the only place that's really flat. So that'll be okay. I wonder how we're gonna do with getting belts down the mountain. Let's see if we actually do. Is it loose? Loose carries potatoes. That would be fine. Okay. Something like that. Cannot find valid pillars placement. Yeah, so this is going to be quite difficult. What would be nice is actually if we could dig a ramp. Or do we say leveling? Leveling designation from... Where's the edge of our settlement gonna be? Oh, it doesn't really matter if we are at the perfect edge or not. If we say from like here up to what height is that? 24, something like that. Does that get in the way of our iron? That is just ever so slightly probably going to be in the way. Now that's in the way of that. If we did like, if we move our little tower there. Oops, nope. Whatever. And then this is already height 24, right? No, that's 25. Oh, yeah, okay, we don't want that. No, because that was inside of that designation, it just put a stupid little thing there. Whatever, that'll fix that eventually. Okay, so we want to get rid of you. Let's say like a 4 wide ramp or something like that. Would that work? And oddly enough, ooh, low food supply. Is that just because our population has increased? Or is there something going on with these? Irrigation tanks are empty, but we have water. It might just be that it can't come down here fast enough. So let's go ahead and upgrade that pipe. And then that should help with that. You're waiting for water as well, so let's upgrade that pipe. And we'll upgrade that one as well. So you should now be getting plenty of water to your things there. You've gotten yourselves stuck there somehow. I haven't even enabled that yet. If it's a leveling designation, do they just come and do it regardless? Interesting. Very interesting. This we're gonna have to move, which sucks because, let's see, okay, we hit 2 excavators and 7 trucks. 2 excavators and 7 trucks. I'm assuming they're not gonna be happy now and they're not gonna have anything to do. So we'll put you here where you can observe this project. 7. Leveler. Jeez. The leveler. Save. Okay, and build edit area. Let's do this first. Not that. This. Go ahead and do that. And I suppose we're going to also want this all to be flattened. Just like something like that. Hopefully that doesn't cause anything to collapse. I imagine we'll have to rebuild our water line. We'll say for them to do that. And they can also do this. So that'll get that done. You got yourself stuck there. So go away. That'll be a nice little ramp up. And then that should give us space to run our belts down here. That'll be great. Let's actually mirror this, go a little bit wider since we are going to do... We are going to run some belts. Let's make that one wider, give ourselves plenty of space. Now you're just waiting for your trucks to come around. Yeah. Yep. So once that's done, we'll get these built. Get those built, and then we can move these, and then we can expand our settlement this way. Now it does mean that they are going to have to take... Oh no, it looks like they're doing this first. Although that did remove my export route from there to here. Which is okay, that's fine. Because all of our other dumping stuff will still... Well, these will, at least will come over here still. We're doing okay on wood. So, that's okay. It will be okay. Me convincing myself. Yeah, that'll just be a nice quality of life thing for all of our vehicles to be able to go up and down here rather than having to go all the way around or whatever. I don't know, it just makes it a little bit easier, I guess. Okay, where are we at with this? Is working good. That's like full pretty much, so we're filling up our second storage there. We could upgrade these if we start running out of what's it called? You're trying to import there. I don't know where we have crude oil we need to import. Do we have someone here? We do. Okay, that's fine. I can just sit in there for now. But yeah, we can upgrade these once we have to if we really have that much excess. It's great to see this going. Okay, yeah. Coal is now in a much better spot. That's great. So it was really appropriate for us then to have expanded these. It's got 3 on it now. Copper still has enough in there. Iron now, however, has begun running out because we took one of yours away. So let's build another one. And then we will assign that to the iron so that doesn't run out. Our maintenance has gone up. Wood, we have none. Yeah. Okay, so pause these again. So we want our wood going to our construction parts, which means they are going to be going, chopping the rest of those trees down. Yes. Okay. Hopefully they do that quickly there so that we can get back to, one, leveling all of this, but then taking all that material over to here, because we are about to run out of wood. Probably sometime in the next episode, if I had to guess. We have a little bit down here we can use too. All of this. Can't get to these. And then this whole like rocky section, I imagine at some point we're just going to have the leveler come through and just level. Maybe not all of it, because I don't know if we need the space yet, but at least level like a channel through here. And then that'll allow us to run train tracks and that sort. It'll allow our trucks to get through. Then we can ramp down to this to get over to the other side of the island here, where I think this is the other starting spot. I chose this one because I think this was medium and the other one was hard or something like that. Okay, irrigation tank there is full. Soil moisture is good. Okay. Good. That has us running a little bit low there, but that's fine. Okay. You guys are not running, which is great. I'm going to pause you anyway to make sure you don't run and waste diesel for no reason. Because, yeah, then even with that, just this running, we have so much energy that we're not using it. Yeah, all of those are spinning up. Okay, great. Yes, so food is going to be our next thing. Food is going to be our next thing. That just looks awesome. Now that little bit, I hope they fix that. They definitely will. Definitely will. Definitely will at some point. But, yeah. Okay. Everything seems to be in relatively good order. We got our diesel manufacturing quite upgraded. Yeah, these both make 36 rather than just the 2754 that we had going before, which is great. We upgraded our power, which is awesome. Our island is really starting to come together here as we are spreading out. But it's great. It's awesome. Next thing we'll look at is upgrading our ship, some stuff, and then we will build some new farms. Hopefully we'll have this finished so we can explore some more of our beautiful island. And yeah, so I'm gonna leave it here for now. I've been going for about an hour. Been trying to target that number. It's very easy in this game to just get caught up and keep going, but I'm gonna try to limit myself as much as I can. If there's anything specific you guys would like to see, please let me know. If there's something I'm doing wrong or you would do better, please let me know that as well. But for now, I'm going to leave it here. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you in the next one.